The Papal Household, a Pontifical Household, called until 1968 the Papal Court, consists of dignitaries who assist the Pope in carrying out particular ceremonies of either a religious or a civil character. It is organized into two bodies: the Papal Chapel, which assists the Pope in his functions as spiritual head of the Church, especially in religious ceremonies, and the Papal Family, a household, which assists him as head of a juridical body with civil functions. Modern organization. Papal Chapel. The Papal Chapel consists of ecclesiastics who participate in religious ceremonies wearing the liturgical vestments of the dress proper to their rank and office. Historically, chanted divine service was held daily in the Papal Palace, with the Pope in person celebrating or assisting at Pontifical Mass on certain days. After the return of the popes from Avignon, these solemn public functions were held in the Sistine Chapel or on days of special solemnity. In St. Peter's Basilica, the liturgical celebration ceased to be daily in the course of the 19th century. The motu proprio Pontificalis Domus of 1968 abolished some of the titles borne by various groups that had membership of the Papal Chapel. The Annuario Pontificio of 1863 listed the membership of the Papal Chapel of that time on pages 343 to 366. At present its membership consists of the members of the Papal Family, a household in the narrow sense, and in addition, the College of Cardinals, the Patriarchs, the Archbishops who head departments of the Roman Curia, the Secretaries of the Congregations of the Roman Curia, the Regent of the Apostolic Signatura, the Dean of the Tribunal of the Roman Rota, the superiors of the pontifical councils and commissions, the abbot of Monte Cassino and the abbots general of canons regular and monastic orders, the superior general or in his absence the procurator general of the mendicant orders, the auditors of the tribunal of the Roman Rota, the members of the chapters of the three papal basilicas of the Vatican, the Lateran and the Liberian, the consistorial advocates, the parish priests of Rome, the clerics of the Papal Chapel, those in the personal service of the Pope. Papal Family. The members of this body are subdivided into two groups, ecclesiastic and lay. The ecclesiastics who have membership are the substitute of the Secretariat of State, the Secretary for Relations with States, the almoner of His Holiness, the President of the Pontifical Ecclesiastical Academy, the theologian of the Pontifical Household, the College of the Apostolic Protonotaries participating, the supernumerary Apostolic Protonotaries, the Papal Masters of Ceremonies, the honorary prelates of His Holiness, the chaplains of His Holiness, the preacher of the Papal Household. The lay members are assistants at the throne, the general councillor of the State of Vatican City, the commandant of the Papal Swiss Guard, the councillors of the State of Vatican City, the president of the Pontifical Academy of Sciences, the gentlemen of His Holiness, the procurators of the Apostolic Palaces, the attaches of the antechamber, those in the personal service of the Pope, the aide-de-chamber, the dean of the hall of the papal antechamber. History. Papal court. In the Papal States, from medieval times, the papal nobility formed a part of the Papal Court. Reform of Paul VI. On March 28, 1968, Pope Paul VI reorganized the Papal Court with an apostolic letter motu proprio, renaming it the Papal Household. In changing the name from what it had been for some centuries, Paul VI said he was returning an original and noble name. Moreover, many positions were consolidated into new ones or altogether abolished. According to the motu proprio, many of the offices entrusted to members of the Papal Household were deprived of the function, continuing to exist as purely honorary positions, without much correspondence to concrete needs of the times. In the Papal Chapel, the following positions were altered or destroyed: Palatine Cardinals, Prelates di Fiochetto, Prince Assistants to the Throne, Majordomo of His Holiness, the Interior Minister, Commander of Santo Spirito, Roman Magistrate, Master of the Sacred Apostolic Hospice, Chamberlains of Honor in Abito Panazzo, Secret Chaplains and Secret Chaplains of Honor, Secret Clerics, Confessor of the Pontifical Family, Candle-carrying Acolytes, Common Papal Chaplains, Porter Masters of the Virga Rubi, Guardian of the Sacred Tiara, Mace-bearer, and Apostolic Messenger. Of these offices, the suppressed offices of Secret Chaplain and Secret Chaplain of Honor, Secret Cleric, Acolyte, Serafrere, Common Papal Chaplain, and Porter Masters of the Virga Rubi were consolidated under the general title of Cleric of the Papal Chapel. The Papal Family underwent even more radical changes. Abolished and considered were the following titles: the Palatine Prelates, Master of the Sacred Apostolic Hospice, the Hereditary Quartermaster General of the Sacred Apostolic Palace, Master of the Horse to His Holiness, General Superintendent of Posts, the Keepers of the Golden Rose, Secretary to Embassies, Essent of the Noble Guard of Service, Chamberlains of Honor in Abito Panazzo, Chamberlains of Honor Extra Urbem, Secret Chaplains and Secret Chaplains of Honor, Secret Chaplains of Honor Extra Urbem, Secret Clerics, Common Papal Chaplains, Confessor of the Pontifical Family, and Secret Steward. The Master of the Sacred Palace has been renamed Theologian of the Pontifical Household. Currently the post is held by Fr. Wojciech, a Polish Dominican former student of and professor of theology at the Pontifical University of St. Thomas Aquinas, Angelicum, who was appointed by Pope Benedict XVI in 2005 to replace the Swiss Cardinal Georges Cottier, now Theologian Emeritus of the Pontifical Household. The titles of Secret Almoner and Sacristan of His Holiness were changed to Almoner of His Holiness, and Vicar General of His Holiness for Vatican City, respectively, and the responsibilities of the Secretary to Embassies and Secretary of the Wardrobe were commuted into the office of the Prelates of the Antechamber. Domestic Prelates and Secret Chamberlains supernumerary remained part of the Papal Family, but were henceforth to be called Prelates of Honor of His Holiness and Chaplains of His Holiness, respectively. Likewise, the Secret Chamberlains of the Cape and Sword were retained under the title Gentlemen of His Holiness, and the Basilante took the new name of Attaches of the Antechamber. The Camerieri Segreti Partecipenti were outright abolished, as was the title of Subauditor. There was also a change in honorific ecclesiastical titles, which were reduced to three categories: Protonotaries Apostolic, Prelates of Honor of His Holiness, and Chaplains of His Holiness. All the other categories of Monsignori were abolished.